did it again to you, didn't I, Brian?
Yes, you did. You're gonna have a lot of hate mail after this stuff. People who rewire something, their hands are all bloody, and now they're like, look at all these great, cool tools we have at OTC. So we just rewired this old 1965 pickup patina turner, and we use American Auto Wire components, which we use here at the shop, but it's always cool to have a new tool to make the job go easier, and Denny's got a couple here for us.
What we got here, Brian, is a kit, part number 4462. These tools are available separately or as a kit, and it contains 5 tools, 3 of which tools are basically the same tool or just in different lengths. And if you look at them, they're like, I don't know if you're familiar with a fish tape that electricians use to run wires down a wall. Yep. But I'm just going to grab the middle length one because it just kind of works better for this prop that we have here. Now you've got an existing wiring harness on your car, and you need to add you want to add one more wire to run a gauge or something like that.
Sure.
So instead of having
happens all the time.
Instead of peeling this off, or you don't want to make it look amateur by just kind of taping something on the side. So with this tool here, you can put it in the harness, and this will work on both harnesses like this plastic wire loom, or I see on your car you have kind of a plastic sheathing design. So sure, it'll work on many different kinds of wire looms. I just happen to have this available here that we're using on this one. Concept is still the same, but thread your wire through the holes in the fish tape, I'll call it, just for lack of a better word. And when you put it on there, it's held in there tight. So as you pull that, the wire will stay hooked up. And you don't have to use a welding rod or a piece of fish line or like we were talking about earlier. And then as you pull the wire through the harness,
that's pretty cool.
You pull, there you go.
Nice.
Now you've got your wire strung. You didn't have to do any damage to the harness, and you're ready to do your hookup.
And I tell you, with all the modern electronics that we deal with today, not on this one normally, but there's a lot of this going on.
That's a very good point, because it doesn't take much of a damage to a wire by cutting it with a knife to put a resistance in that can set a check engine light. It's a very good point. And then the next tool it's kind of like a corkscrew. That's if you're going to
open a bottle of wine.
Open a bottle of wine, which will happen right after
doing a wiring job, and then I'm going to open a bottle of wine.
But you want to make a harness. So here's your wires, you've got them taped together, the different colors, you got them marked where they go, but now you need to put them into this wiring loom. The old way of trying to fish them in there and cut your fingers.
Yeah, it's a pain.
This tool here is designed, wraps around, you can do 1 2-wire or multiple wires, and then as it fits into the loom, that's kind of the tricky part, is to get it into the loom. Then as you pull it,
well, that makes it easy. That's a lot better.
There you go. Now your harness is all put together. All you got to do is run it where you want to, tape the ends up, and you're good to go.
And there's no blood on it.
No blood on it at all. That's right. The third
now, what is this little guy?
Yeah, the third little tool is kind of a slick little deal here. It goes through a rubber grommet in the firewall. If you wanted to run, like we were talking about that gauge wire before, you got it up on the dash, you need to run it down to your sensor.
Sure.
Poke this through the rubber grommet in the firewall, and feed the wire through. Turn this. And then when you come back on the other side, you can pull this wire through
the
harness, right through the firewall.
Yeah, because it usually is a pain trying to get that thing through. You can't feel exactly through. The wire doesn't have any strength to it, so you can't get it through the grommet.
And then by turning this, it allows your ball of wire on this end not to just go all over the place. It kind of follows it through, and you can run your wiring wherever you need to go.
Nice.
So
that's awesome.
3 tools in this one kit.
And what was that part number again?
4462, and they're available separately or as the kit.
For more cool car, truck, and motorcycle tools, check out the catalog or go to otctools.com.
Okay, you bought the best tool. Now you need to get the best service. It's easy. No paperwork, no hassle, no proof of purchase once you register. So get it done.